How to stop overthinking and finally find peace. Imagine this. It's 2 a.m. The room is dark. The world is quiet. But your mind is louder than ever. You're replaying conversations from 3 years ago. You're worrying about tomorrow's problems. You're imagining worst-case scenarios that haven't happened and probably never will. You tell yourself you'll stop thinking about it. But somehow the thoughts keep coming, again and again and again. If you've ever felt trapped inside your own mind, this message is for you. Because today we're going to talk about one of the biggest invisible struggles of modern life, overthinking, and more importantly, how to stop it. Not by forcing yourself to think positive, not by pretending your problems don't exist, but by understanding why your mind works this way and learning how to take back control. Let's begin. The prison you can't see. Most people think overthinking is a sign of intelligence. They believe that if they analyze enough, worry enough, and prepare enough, they'll eventually solve every problem. But here's the truth. Overthinking rarely solves problems. It creates them. Think about it. How many hours have you spent worrying about something that never happened? How many opportunities have you missed because you couldn't stop analyzing every possible outcome? How many nights have you sacrificed to thoughts that changed absolutely nothing? Overthinking feels productive, but often it's just mental motion without progress. It's like sitting in a rocking chair. You're moving constantly, yet you're going nowhere. And the worst part, the more you overthink, the more your brain believes thinking is the solution. So it gives you even more thoughts. It's a cycle, a trap, a prison built from your own imagination. The story of the man who could never decide. A psychologist once shared a story about a patient who struggled with decision-making. Every choice became a battlefield. What job should I take? What if it's the wrong one? What city should I move to? What if I regret it? Should I start the business? What if I fail? For years, he waited for certainty. He believed that one day he would think long enough to eliminate all risk. But certainty never came, because certainty doesn't exist. Eventually, he realized something powerful. The goal isn't to make perfect decisions. The goal is to make decisions and adapt. That realization changed everything. Because life rewards movement more than perfection, and overthinking is often perfectionism wearing a disguise. Chakakriyu. Why your brain loves overthinking. Let's understand something important. Your brain isn't trying to make you miserable. It's trying to protect you. Thousands of years ago, survival depended on spotting dangers. Humans who noticed threats survived. Humans who ignored them didn't. So your brain evolved to constantly scan for problems. The issue is that your brain doesn't always know the difference between a tiger in the bushes and an awkward email. It reacts to both. That's why your heart races before a presentation. That's why you worry about situations that haven't happened. That's why your mind keeps searching for answers long after the problem is gone. Your brain thinks it's helping. But in the modern world, this survival mechanism often becomes a source of suffering. The mind becomes addicted to solving problems, even when there are no problems to solve. The dangerous illusion of control. One reason people overthink is because they want control. They believe that if they think hard enough, they can guarantee success, avoid failure, prevent embarrassment, predict the future. But life doesn't work that way. No amount of thinking can eliminate uncertainty. And the more you try to control everything, the more anxious you become. Imagine holding sand in your hand. The tighter you squeeze, the more sand slips through your fingers. Life is similar. The harder you try to control every outcome, the less peace you experience. Real freedom begins when you accept a simple truth. You can control your actions. You cannot control everything else, and that's okay. The question that changes everything. Whenever you're caught in an overthinking spiral, ask yourself this: is this thought helping me or hurting me? Not every thought deserves your attention. Not every fear deserves your belief. Not every worry deserves your energy. Most people treat every thought as important, but thoughts are not facts. They're mental events, nothing more. Imagine sitting beside a highway. Cars pass by continuously. You don't chase every vehicle. You simply watch them go. Thoughts work the same way. You don't have to follow every thought that enters your mind. You can let it pass. The power of the present moment. Many self-improvement books point to the same lesson: overthinking live.